Welcome back. We welcome Jessica Ganton-Stanley to Midday today. She is a certified art therapist. Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about what this means. We're quickly talking on the break about the fact that you teach art, but you also use it to help kids and adults with therapy.
Yeah, so art therapy as a field is, it's a form of therapy that uses art as a medium to express emotions, to tell people stories, and as a way in conjunction with counseling techniques. It's kind of a nonverbal and verbal piece that happens together. So that's sort of one end of the spectrum of it. Art therapy also, there's kind of preventative aspects of it. And for that, I mean, I'm a person that's used art throughout my life, I think, to soothe and kind of figure out how I'm doing and what's going on. And that's kind of what I'm doing at the Karla Pearce Art Gallery. So I'm teaching art classes there that talk about technique, but also through the lens of art therapy that kind of says that engaging in art, being creative and bringing your imagination out can really be healing and kind of a self-discovery too. So
you were telling me also that you oftentimes deal with children who have perhaps witnessed something traumatic or been through an experience that's been upsetting, and this helps to sort of get them to be more comfortable to talk.
Yeah, sometimes I think when people have walked through something traumatic, especially children, it's hard to find the words. And that's where art therapy is a really fantastic sort of medium, because it's safe, it's fun. Kids come into the room, they see all of the art supplies laid out, and I think it brings them comfort at first. Like, kids know what to do with art materials. You don't have to explain to them, they just all of a sudden grab them and they're drawing pictures. And when they've been through something traumatic, the images that come up tend to be those that are kind of discovering where they're at and helping them to process that trauma in a really safe way.
That's excellent. Yeah. You brought all kinds of neat stuff in here today. Give us a quick rundown what we're looking at here.
Sure. So I always have paint. So this is just a tempera paint, so it's really good. We often use paper, so this kind of paint won't soak through too much. A variety of brushes. It's always important. Brushes. Yeah, and it's important to have really good quality brushes too. You're kind of saying something to your clients and about how much you appreciate them and how important they are by bringing really good quality materials so they can then manipulate the paint a little bit better. Over here, these are chalk pastels, which are super fun. They're a little bit more messy. It's important to have some things that are easy to work with, like the pencils here, and then something that's a little bit more, you know, you can really get into it and get your hands dirty. These are the oil pastels here, and of course, pencil crayons, markers. This is kind of my favorite area here. I tend to really, yeah, I don't know, a whole pack of Sharpies is a really fun thing for me.
It's kind of an exciting thing. Everybody loves a really well oiled up Sharpie, like the real fresh ones that just come right out of the package. Love them.
I know, right? And so many colors that they have now too. So
you know what I love are these oil pastels. Now, I don't know if I took an art class somewhere along the way, but these look familiar to me. Could this be from high school or?
Perhaps, yeah. I think pastels kind of come in and out. So we sort of start with crayons in the beginning, and pastels are kind of a little bit gummier and more fun. So if you want to give it a whirl, please go ahead.
I'm liking them. So tell me what we're going to do. We're going to try something out here today, or what do you want to do?
Sure. So basically for the art therapy process, it's about creating art without having a plan. So you kind of look in the art materials, see what you're drawn to, and of course you've been drawn to the oil pastels. Yes. So what you want to do is make some marks on the paper, is pick a color that you're drawn to today, and start with that. A nice thing to do is kind of do some scribbling and figure out how they feel in your hand, what they do on the paper.
Are you going to analyze what I do?
Absolutely not. So that's one of the big misconceptions about art therapy, is that people kind of think sometimes, so are you going to tell me, you know, like I picture Freud sitting there and laying on the couch and doing psychoanalysis and telling you, okay, so you do this, so it means this. But really, art therapy is about what it means to you. So there's no concerns about making a perfect picture. Really what you're trying to do is see where you're at today. So kind of letting it happen, and you're the expert on you, and you're the expert on what you're doing.
I don't know really what I'm doing here, but I'm doodling. But you know, this isn't really art so much, is it? I'm a doodler, Jessica. You know, if I'm on the phone or if I'm talking to a friend, I doodle.
Yeah, actually, I was talking about doodling in one of my art classes that I'm running right now at the Karla Pearce Art Gallery. We're doing art journaling, which is really about drawing in a journal and writing. And we were talking about doodling, and doodling is one of those things that we kind of all do without thinking. And it is where creativity kind of creeps into our day. And I'm the kind of person that I've always doodled throughout.
Me too.
Forever. And
I think it actually helps me think better.
Absolutely. I'm very much of that same thought. And I remember being in my first art class, and it was a lecture class at university, and I looked over and everyone else was doodling on their page, and I thought, okay, I'm home.
I'm home. We've been looking at some pictures of yours. So if people are interested in signing up for a class of yours or want to talk to you further, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, so this is, you can always look at this, is the Creative Edge publication that Karla Pearce puts out, so you can see these around town. So you can contact Karla at her art gallery. Her website is karlapearcegallery.com. And you can also sign up for classes by giving her a call there at 250-828-2032, I believe.
Well done. Well done. KarlaPearce.com, KarlaPearceGallery.com, there's on the screen. Yeah. Okay, this is what I drew. Analyze this. I don't know, it's just a link, but I'll tell you what. This is one of my more famous things that I doodle while I'm reading the news sometimes and the story's on and I'm thinking and I'm doodling. And this is what I always do this. I don't know why. What does it mean?
Well, and I noticed you called it a link as well. So maybe there's something in that. It's a very sort of complete image. If it's something that you do all the time, maybe this is your processing, right? You're linking things together, and it could have meaning just simply like that.
I like your positivity. That's encouraging. I appreciate you being here today. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
You are very welcome. arttherapykamloops@hotmail.com as well. KarlaPearceGallery.com. That's where you can get a hold of Jessica or Karla. We will take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we are in the kitchen with Preston. Stay with us.